Okay, so I have thoughts on the Hunger Games. Is it the. Hold on. The Ballad of and Songbirds and Snakes. Yeah, I had to write it down because I was like, that's a really long name and I will forget. So, also speaking of really long titles and names, it was a really long movie. This movie was 2 hours and 30 something minutes. Like, what? I didn't know this was Lord of the Rings. When 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 did the Hunger Games become like Lord of the Rings? Why did it become such a long movie? Like, I'm very confused. It had a very slow build up, kind of, sort of, and I was just waiting on the flip for, um, I guess, little baby Snow, who turns into evil President Snow in the Hunger Games. Haven't seen those movies in a while. Maybe I should read books and watch the movies again. But anyways, um, yeah, was surprised that is it Rachel Ziegler? I think her name is. Sorry, I'm really bad at names, but I love how she kept with the country accent. I know sometimes it's hard for people to do accents. Um, I notice in movies it's very hard for Americans to do British accents and to stick with the British accent. But I think she did well with the country accent. And then the start of singing out for the movie, I was like, oh God, is it going to be one of those movies like where they sing through the way? But I guess since it's like the ballad of songbirds and snakes, it kind of makes sense for the songs and her singing. So I was like, okay. And then Jason Schwartzman, who was the host of the Hunger Games, I don't feel like he was a good host of the Hunger Games. I thought he was going to be more charismatic. I don't know. I thought his character was meh in the movie. Um, Viola Davis, though, Dr. Gall, the is it the gamekeeper? Yes, the gamekeeper. Thought she was amazing. I mean, I love Viola Davis, like the, one of the greats, like chef's kiss, mwah. And then the dude who played President Snow, I think it's Tyler. I'm so sorry, I forgot your last name already. Hold on. Check out his last name. It is. Oh, Tom. 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 I'm not even going to try to pronounce. Is it Blythe? Blythe? Is his last name? He did a really good job. Although, I was kind of like disappointed when the flip happened with him and he turned into like his president's snow evilness. I was just like, really, you're the flip was over, girl. I was like, okay, that's kind of lame because like we haven't seen that before in movies. Like, whoa. So I'm sorry, um, but I think he did a great job in it. I love the costumes in it. They were super fun. It was dark. It was, but at like when they showed the Capitol, it was kind of giving, let's just say 1930s, 1940s Germany. If you catch my drift on that, if you know your history, like it kind of had that feel, and I was like, ooh. And then like also some of the stuff, I was like, man, some of the stuff is in here is imitating life, and it was very scary to me how some stuff was like real life-ish, like the Capitol was like kind of like the Met Gala. Okay. Yep. But it was a very long movie. Peter Dinklage. Um, wish I saw more of his character, and I kind of wish, like, we saw him more because, like, I love Peter Dinklage. I mean, what? Um, yeah, love him as an actor. Um, but man, I there was also a part in there where I didn't get. Maybe I'm just a dumb person, but like, I did not get why President Snow was recording the thing between him and his friend, and then he sent it to Dr. Gull. Like, was that to like get him in trouble and to like for his friend to, get him in trouble and never see his friend again? I just that just was kind of confusing to me. Although by the time we got there, I was like, God, this is such a long movie. Yeah, and then for the snakes to all be let out like that, like during the Hunger Games, I was like, there's those poor snakes. Like, what are they doing? Did they capture them back? Like, I hope they're okay. I mean, I don't really like snakes, but like, I hope they're fine. But like, man, and I feel like the transition for President Snow to turn bad took kind of like a while. Like, I thought it was just gonna be a quick flip, but it did take slow, and I guess I did like how they built it up, but I thought his flip was gonna be like when he had to like get his friend in the arena. I thought the flip was gonna be that, but that was one of the flips, I guess. And then there was another flip. Why am I forgetting the other flip? I don't know. It was a long movie. It was like Lord of the Rings long. But yeah, it was cool. I liked how like they have like a country hoedown in District 12 and brought back some of like the Hunger. I mean, of course they brought back some of the Hunger Games stuff, but I did like how they had the song that Jennifer Lawrence sang in I guess the sequels of the movies. But yeah, it was just really long. Oh, and then I thought they could cut out the beginning of the movie because I felt like that was like kind of unnecessary when it said 3 years before the Hunger Games. I was like, why is this even here? This could have been cut out, and I could have saved some time in my life. But whatever. I mean, I would say this was an okay movie. I mean, I did want to see it in theaters, but I'm kind of glad I didn't. I waited for streaming like everything else. So, I mean, it was okay. It was okay. Okay, bye.